Yo, what's up, guys? It's Chris Got Salsa Prodigy Collective here, and today we're gonna be recording a tutorial on how to do hard Pyrex drums. So, first thing, we got a sample from my boy Mac Shooter 49, Prodigy Collective member himself. Let's play it. That's hard, but I'm gonna have to pitch it down. I wanted to hit in the D sharp minor range. So pitch it down 300 cents. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to my mixing presets in my stash kit. It's $20. We're gonna put it through the sample chain, and you see it adds all these effects. It makes it sound just more clean, leaves more space for the drums. So next, we're gonna grab the spins 808. So you may know me from the Sony Digital Live, okay? And everybody's been asking me, how do you get your spins to hit so hard? So first thing I do is I grab a shortened spins. Let me just grab a long spins right now. Yeah, right here. What I do is I'll shorten it about 45%. 55% actually. Yeah, 55%. I'm just gonna grab my 808 here. What I do is I boost the EQ up 65%, okay? You cut it, obviously. Then what you want to do, here's what I do with my 808s. I place one right here on the one, obviously, because that's the main spot you're supposed to put it. Then you place it on this spot. Also, here, I'll explain it later, but see? It just hits different when it hits in that spot. So you want to, for the first 4 bars, you always want to keep it simple, Maybe just add like an octave up at the end. You do Control B. So basically here, to bring it over, you do Control B. Then for the end of the 8 bars right here, you want to do an 808 roll. Usually, just make it saucy, man. That's usually what I say. But what you want to do is you stretch out a note. Usually, what I do at the end, well, normally I do a triplet like this. So it goes. Hold on. I want to try something different. So you see, listen to how it hits now. I'm gonna turn my mic a little bit higher now. Yeah, that's pretty simple. I kept it really simplistic for the rolls. I'm not trying to show usually like the crazier ones that I do. So next, the clap. Clap, it doesn't take much effort, you just, sorry, I gotta turn the velocity down. You just stretch it to the next clap. You just Control B all the way, Shift D to shorten the notes completely. For hi-hats, it's something different. I usually do 2-step, make it 1/6 step for the hi-hats. Always go to snap right here and then do 1/6 step. These are the popular rolls you always hear. Let me stretch out the notes a little. This. Yeah, like that. But to save time today, I'm gonna use the hi-hat midi from my drum kit, well, my stash kit actually, and just see, that's hitting. That's actually hitting. Not even gonna lie. I'm gonna do a different roll actually. I'm just gonna do this. This is an acceptable roll for the first 4 bars. See, that's fire. So here we go. Okay, now to the open hats. Open hats aren't that complicated. It's just the way you place them. Here's what I do. So I'll place obviously 1 on the 1 on the first 808 hit. Then you always place it on the third 808 hit. Or let's say if the 808's hitting right in this spot right here, then always place it. I always place 1 on the 1 like I said earlier, and then I place 1 after, but turn the velocity down so it goes like it just adds effect to it. It gives it that sauce, that spice that it needs. So you just repeat that. There's nothing special to the open hats, but usually what I do is for the second last open hat hit on this pattern, I always turn it down, the velocity, and then I grab this one and turn it down as well to give it a little bit more rhythm. Reverse open hats, I don't really use reverse open hats, but just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna use one. What you're supposed to do is you turn up the hold all the way, you make an envelope. I always place 1 on the end of all the 4 bars, so that's awesome. Now to the snare. Snares, I usually just do this on the half step up to 2. Turn up the velocity a little. I do that every 2 bars, but then I add an extra accent snare right here before it, a bar before it. So see, that just adds a little bit more effect to it. Snare rolls, I do that in my more complicated beats that are just for fun, but I wouldn't recommend to do that in these like if you're sending these out for artists. This is not meant to be sent out to artists. This is more like just for fun if you want your drums to sound incredibly hard. So what you want to do is make a triplet as well after the clap hits. So it adds effect as well. It's like a little rhythm, extra rhythm to the 808 rolls. It's like a little accent. Perks, I use this perk right here that I just played, and I'll play that on the 4th bar on this 808 hit right here. Every 4 bars. So let's hear how that sounds like unmixed. That's bouncy. Now to the mixing. Mixing, I just keep it simple. For my hi-hat, I had the compressor preset from Fastest Story, and I'll turn it to 70. I'll turn down the mix level to 70%. It'll make the, hold on. It's a slight difference. It just makes it more crunchier, like it sounds better. You always want to take out the lows on the hi-hat, obviously. Clap, you always want it hitting 3 dB, regardless of what like style you're doing. Then snare, I usually just turn it up 5 dB. 0.5 dB, sorry. 808, I add a special EQ and turn it down 1.5 dB. I'll go. Open hat, I'll just turn it down, keep it simple. This perk, I'll turn it down a lot. This open hat needs to get turned on too. Just for fun, I'm gonna add an extra 808 hit. Okay, so arrangement is not that difficult. You just want to cut the sample up every 8 bars. Next, you just bring these all into the playlist. Add a 2-bar break in the beginning. Bring the sample makers tag first, because you know that my boy Max Shooter.
Hey yo, you seen Max Shooter?
Here's what I do. Here's my arrangement. I'll usually, for the last bar, I'll take out everything but the 808 so you can just hear the roll. So
Spazzing out.
So basically,
Hey yo, you seen Max shooting?
Hey yo, Chris, you spazzing out.
for the arrangement, I keep the first 16. Like, I have everything in the first 16. Then I start taking out stuff slowly, I guess.
Hey yo, you seen Max shooting?
I take out the snare roll. I'll keep the open hat for some accent. I'll add it back in after. So the 808 doesn't get repetitive. What I do is I'll do this. I'll just do a 2-bar loop until the end where I add that first 808 roll from the first 4 bars. Okay, so that's pretty much for arrangement. Now, if you want to do that volume fading thing, I've been getting a lot of requests for the 808 and the volume fading thing. This is pretty simple. You just go to your master, create automation clip, and then you click on this point right here, copy value. Click on the other side of the 8 bars. You want to paste the value because you don't want it to turn down the volume or be uneven. So basically, once you're finished, that gets this effect. Alright. That's how you make hard Pyrex drums, sorry. That's how you make hard Pyrex drums. So basically, this was a simple tutorial. You know, I showed you the basics of it, like my workflow, how I do this, that, like, you know, how I mix my 808s, how I mix my drums, the 808 sauce. So yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram at ChrisGotSauce. It's 3 E's. Make sure you put 3 E's. Shout out Max Shooter for the loop. He sends me these exclusively. He's a GOAT at these samples. I only use his and his only because, you know, he doesn't miss with the samples. With the samples, I always use them. Alright. Make sure to subscribe to the Prodigy Collective channel. Y'all take care. Have a great night.